secret to an entrepreneur is hard work, but it's worth it when it works.
You got your hands full every day like I do. You got kids, you got a marriage that you're trying to work, a business that you're trying to make work.
And finding time for the kids and keeping it spontaneous. Boy, that was good last night.
Oh, shut up. Nobody teaches you how to manage a business or manage a relationship or marriage. Everybody's just trying to do the best that they can. The purpose of the show is to give you some tools on how to make the marriage and the business work. We don't do it perfect, but we're figuring it out.
Mama?
I'll tell you what I told her.
Go ahead, what'd you tell her?
I told her, I said, look, you can't make somebody like you in life.
I made you like me.
Well, that's true. But you can't make someone. What you can do is you can control about how you feel about yourself. I said, Sabrina, you are going to grow up to be this most gorgeous, talented, successful woman. This is all going to seem like peanuts, but I understand right now in your third grade-year-old body, it's important to you. But if you can work on yourself, if you can become an asset to yourself, if you can figure out how to make yourself happy,
that's a long explanation for an 8-year-old.
Yeah, she got it though. She's very intelligent.
You know what I told her?
I said, it's going to make you want to, other people are going to see that asset in you and want that.
Does anybody want to know what I told her?
Yeah, of course.
I said, I grew up, most people didn't like me. The people that I wanted to like didn't like me. The people that I wanted to have crushes on me left me. They betrayed me. They let me down. They disappointed me. You know what? I gotta like me.
That's what I was saying.
I gotta like me.
You have to like you.
I gotta like me. You know what?
You can't look
like
from
you enough, if you like you enough, if you like you enough, you'll be able to handle all the other disappointments, man. The only person you don't want disappointed in you
is you. That's what I said.
She quit crying. She's like, Papa, you're the best. You're the best. I said, who gave the best advice? Elena or Grant? Oh, what you do, Papa.
No.
That is
a lot. Who did she want to bring her to school this morning?
Who brought her to school this morning?
Yeah, that's because you made her. You made her.
Okay,
she wanted me.
We're going to see you guys in 8 days in Las Vegas, Mandalay Bay. If you hadn't gotten your ticket yet, I think we had a handful of tickets yesterday open up. 10xgrowthcon.com, 10xgrowthcon.com. It's only for last minute. Are you a last minute person? Are you the person that's like, damn, we need to go. I forgot to hook it up and book it up. I got tickets for you. 10xgrowthconference.com. I want to help you get there. Or you can call the office, 310-777-0255. We're going to have a party Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, 3 nights of parties, 4 days of unbelievable entrepreneur input. Okay, I'll see you guys in Vegas. Happy V-Day. Happy V-Day, Instagram. We love you guys. Blow them some hearts. Blow them some love.
On YouTube and Facebook.
Huh? Oh, welcome to the Genie Show. Welcome, folks. We're coming in late today. We're coming in hot, and we're coming in with full hearts.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. chocolates, flowers.
The G&E Show every Wednesday brought to you. The business of marriage.
Happy
If
V-Day.
you haven't thought about your marriage as a business, I suggest you do so. He has a full-time job. Okay, and that is not appropriate. We've already had this discussion.
Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. What's wrong with that?
305-865-8668.
What do you do?
Feel free to call in
What do you
today.
do when your husband disappoints you? What do you do when your wife disappoints you? What do you do when that loved one disappoints you? What do you do with the person that you got a crush on and they ain't interested in you? John?
God, so painful.
Huh? John?
I got crushed.
You got people crushed on you? Yeah. What
Wow,
happens when you're
Johnny.
losing over and over again? You're disappointed all the time. By the way, it's all the same stuff. This bullshit about Valentine's Day, it's one day, man. Why y'all worried about one
Well,
damn
like
day?
what you said. You said, I'm trying to create a life,
Dude,
not a
I'm
day.
creating a life. I ain't trying to
love
create
that.
a day. I remember hearing that in the NA meetings. The NA, y'all know what the NA meetings are, right?
Narcotics Anonymous?
Narcotics Anonymous.
Wait, turn it down. Okay.
Okay.
Come up.
Okay. They used to say one day at a time, 24 hours. Dude, I ain't interested in 24 hours. I'm interested in a life. I want to create a life, man. I will suffer for 24 hours. I will give up Valentine's Day, Thanksgiving Day. You've seen me give them up too.
Oh, of course.
Not been around for the Super Bowl, not been around for Thanksgiving, not been around for right before Christmas.
Your
dude.
child's birthday parties. I've seen it all.
Trying to
there's
build a life, man.
sacrifices. There's
Now, I need-
sacrifices.
If she's
For
disappointed,
the normal days, when other people aren't getting the massive rewards in life, we're celebrating those days.
if she's disappointed in me, shame on her, not shame on me. You guys like, how do I handle the disappointment? My husband's never there for me. You need to handle your shit. You need to handle you, not him. Okay? I don't need to handle her. I need to handle me. I need to get everybody on the same page. You guys have these arguments because you're not on the same page. She does not tell me, oh my God, you're gone again. Never. In 15 years has never said that to me one time. Wow, we're on the same page on that. I'm not perfect. She gonna be like, don't do that anymore on the show.
I know. Stop
Don't
it.
do it. Okay, but we're gonna argue about that kind of stuff, not like, oh Grant, you're off.
I run PR on the family. It's just, I
I don't know what's wrong with that though.
Okay, well,
Like,
we're
didn't you see the
gonna
movie-
have a
didn't you
little
see
talk
that show,
about that
Vendetta?
later.
Did y'all
okay?
see the V show?
V for Vendetta. Why don't you put it on your forehead then
That was
and not
a
your
great
mouth?
show. That was about the show. They were coming in from space and stuff. They were aliens right here on Earth, right?
Oh my God.
What was that V? Remember she had reptiles.
Yeah,
She had,
V for Vendetta, right?
Yeah, but not. It's a different.
V. It was V something. Anyway, maybe you guys know what it is. Can you post below what the name of the damn show I'm thinking of? She was reptilian.
Look, I know what I got
Beautiful, too.
into
Hot.
when I got
Looked
with
like,
this
just
guy.
like Elena.
So,
Very much like
you know,
Elena.
What am I going to do? I
Elena's
work with
got
what
reptilian
I have.
in
I deal
her.
with what is in front of me.
So tell me 3 things that I've done.
I have reptilian.
You are
my
reptilian.
Backbone.
You are
I know.
reptilian.
I have the weirdest
3
backbone.
things I've done to
a
disappoint
shield.
you. Anything. You can say anything. 3 things I've done to disappoint you. This is about crushes, about disappointments. What happens? How do you handle it when your husband, your wife disappoints you? Oh, he didn't tell me happy birthday. That's all you got? Goddamn, there's people starving on this planet, man. Oh my God, he didn't give me the right color. He didn't compliment me for being overweight.
What are you talking about?
I hear you guys complain about so much stuff, man. It's unbelievable. You forgot. Yeah, I did forget. I forgot. Okay? Because it's like people saying I got an attention problem. I don't have an attention problem. I don't have any attention on you right now. I got attention on this. So what do y'all have attention on, man? What are you complaining about? What are you bitching about? We got callers calling in, crushed up. We got Valentines people busted up. We got people hearts cracking and breaking in the streets. My name's Grant Cardone. This is Elena Cardone. We doing the G&E show where we talk about the business.
Marriage.
And it's a business.
Oh, yeah.
It ain't my business, but it got to be some funny business.
Van Bullfrog is here for 2018 to service you and your business to the highest levels of success. More communication, no drop calls, better integration, faster response time. Kill the desk phone and take your office mobile. Sign up for a free trial right now at bullfrog.net. That's bullfrog.net and join the world's #1 telecommunications company, bullfrog.net. or email ben@bullfrog.net or benrife@gmail.com. Email ben@bullfrog.net or benrife@gmail.com. 71% of Americans aren't saving enough for retirement. It's going to get worse as people live longer, and you need to start thinking differently. But you can't lose your time. Real estate is the investment vehicle that's made more ordinary people wealthy than anything else. Keith Weinhold of Get Rich Education is host of one of America's top investing shows, Disrupting Wall Street. He's an international best-selling author, a writer for Rich Dad Advisors, and has been an active income property investor since 2002. He has created thousands in passive monthly income for countless followers, and now he has a free book, The 7 Principles for Creating Wealth in Your Life. Get your copy now at getricheducation.com/book. That's getricheducation.com/book. Because invest in what produces income for you now and later. Keith Weinhold is your guy. Sign up now at getricheducation.com/book. If you've heard Grant Cardone talk at WFG's latest convention, some questions might be raised. Who exactly is WFG? World Financial Group is there to ensure your security, your future, and your life. Virtuity is part of World Financial Group, and as practitioners of Grant Cardone, ethics in business, and raising the standards of living for those in the middle class, World Financial Group and Virtuity work together to help you get to where you want to be, financially and in life. Come join our team today and learn more about what we can do for you at virtuityfinancialservices.com. That's virtuityfinancialservices.com.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. You're watching the G&E show. Finally, I'm going solo. You know, how to handle your Valentine's disappointments. Do other people go through them, experience them? How do you handle them? And Grant was just here, and as you could tell, the guy is not into holidays or big events. And, you know, so chances are he's not going to remember to plan anything for your birthday. He's not going to... You know, the only roses or flowers I get are because Sherry or Jared reminded him and ordered them. And I thank them every year. I really do appreciate that. It doesn't have to be from Grant for me to like it. But the point is, I really want to make a very big point. How do I handle disappointments? Because we know our roles. We know who each other are. Look, I married a beast. I married a savage. I married a hammer, a bull. I didn't marry a romantic. I mean, I knew that when I married him. I'm the lover. I'm the romantic. That's me. You know, so many times whenever we've had problems in our marriages, because one of us has tried to make the other one into them. Like if Grant tries to make me a hammer and tries to make me come to work and like hustle and grind and you know, how come you don't make phone calls and this and that? I'm like, because that's not what I do. I do this whole thing. So it's about letting the other person have their own role in life and flourish in that. Look, if I want romance, if I want that, I have to create it. I don't need Grant to be the romantic. I just need to be the romantic. It's like this. I'm not going to go and say, why do I always have to be the one to create the romance? Because that's what I do. I'm the one in this relationship that does that. That's my role. I think of it like this analogy. Like when you two know your assets and liabilities and you can divide and conquer, you're going to frickin' rule the world. You're going to build your empire. I look at it like this. This analogy, it came to me this morning. If the building was on fire, okay, and I knew that behind this wall was an escape route, but I'm the only one who knew that behind the wall is an escape route. And then, but the problem is there's a wall and I can't get through that wall. So I called Grant. I'm like, he's the soldier. He's the warrior. I'm like, Grant, look, the only way out is the escape route through the other end of the wall. Freaking go through the wall. And Grant, you know, doesn't even think twice about it. He doesn't question me. Well, how do you know? And this and that. He doesn't say, how come I have to be the one to always break down the goddamn wall? No, what he does is like, and crashes through the wall and just goes through it. And then he's like, okay, come on, baby, let's go. Let's get us out of here. He doesn't need me to be him. So many people come to me in life and they're like, how do I get my husband or my wife to be more 10X or to be like me and to be... And I think, do you ever stop and like rally up and tally up who's got what assets? And do you really need, did we really need 2 holes to go through the wall? No, we needed somebody to know there was an escape route and someone who could freaking knock the door down. The wall. Could I do it myself? Yeah, but I'm going to have to train for that. I'm going to have to learn how to freaking, you know, build up some muscle to get through the wall. It's a waste of time. You know, we'd be burned in the building by then. So how do you handle disappointments? I handle disappointments by trying to reinforce my strengths. How do I become more of an asset to myself? When I become an asset to myself, I become an asset to my partner. And we co-mingle, we get on the same page, and we stop complaining about our roles. Grant's always gonna be the door kicker, okay? And he might not like it. How come I always have to be the one to make the tough phone calls, to this, to that? Because that's your role, that's what you do. How come I always have to be the lover? How come I always have to, you know, how come I have to order my own flowers? Because that's what I do. Anyway, we're gonna take a phone call. I wanna see how you handle the disappointments. I just go back and try to make myself stronger.
Got Megan.
Megan, what's going on, girl?
Hey, oh my gosh, I can't believe I actually got through the show.
Yeah.
How you doing today?
Yay, awesome, thank you.
Well, my question is this. I'm a car guy like Grant. I've been in the car business for a while now, and a while back I fell madly in love with my GM. Great store, you know, nothing romantic between us. It was all just on me. And I ended up and quitting, and because I didn't want to put that out there. And of course, you know, I put myself out there, and he just wasn't interested. And I still, after years, haven't been able to get over it. How do I kind of push through and kind of put myself out there to kind of move on?
You know, it's difficult, but you have to focus on the main thing. You know, where are you going and your targets? And you have to keep yourself so busy and so consumed with what you're doing and how to become more of an asset to yourself that you don't have time to think about him. I mean, it's sure, you know, there's going to be moments when it pops into your head, but you just have to keep moving on. You know, you just can't sit there and wallow in it and try to change somebody else's mind. The only thing you can change is yourself, you know, and maybe try to figure out how to meet other people or to move on, you know, who's network, and actually go out and make a list of what you want in a guy, and then what would that guy want in a girl, and become that person. And you're going to find that person, you know, just work and becoming an asset to yourself.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I also have another question. I don't know. I saw Grant kind of walked away for a second. How do you, because I'm always connecting my career. I mean, this is my first day off in weeks. I mean, my bosses have to tell me, Megan, go home. Go home. You need to get some rest. Stop living at the dealership. I get there an hour early. I stay an hour late. I work in bells every single day, just trying to produce, trying to get to a goal that I want. How do you find the time to balance, to put yourself out there for your family, for your love life, and be able to do that for your career?
You know, we just don't, I don't think in terms of balance. I think in terms of my life. I just do one thing at a time and make it all work. I create time. I'm not run by time. I try to control time. You know, sometimes I have to delegate. Sometimes I have to delegate to a nanny to get the homework done. It's very rare. In order for me to have time with Grant if he needs help on a project, or delegate the housekeeping or the this or the driver or this, I have to delegate my position sometimes in order to be able to be more places at once, because they're like an extension of me. So I don't know if that helps, but I just prioritize what's more important, what needs my absolute attention in that moment, and that's how I do it. And I have it set up for the people in our lives understand, including the children, that there may be times where Papa doesn't show up for a birthday party because he's busy and he's working and he booked a gig and he's helping other people. But they're on board. They're part of the team that support him by being okay, being in charge. They're not being left. They're not victims. They're actually at cause over him being away, and they're holding the fort down and making everything okay for him. So sometimes not sometimes, all the times, we surround the people in our lives that support our lifestyle. If we can't be there, they're okay with them, and they've got the fort, you know? So we were around people that are like, oh, you should take a break, or y'all work too much, or y'all don't do this, or y'all are boring, y'all never do anything. There was a phase in our lives, we called it the sacrifice phase. We're kind of still in it, but where we didn't go out, we didn't everything was just complete 1,000,000% work, work, work. This is a little bit before the kids. And people try to hold you back. They try to make you feel like you have a problem, like something is wrong with you. But I ask you to just consider, is that really your thoughts, or did somebody put that in you? Somebody put that idea in your head, and then all of a sudden you think, well, wait, maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I do spend too much time at the dealership. You know, it's your life. What fulfills you? When I'm working and producing, nothing feels better to me than that sense of morale and pride.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys answering my call.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks for calling in.
Thanks.
All right. You want to take another caller?
Yeah,
Why not? Let's do it.
And California too, in LA.
Awesome. Elizabeth, what's going on? How do you handle Valentine's disappointments? Have you ever had one?
Yes, I just had it yesterday, and I was disappointed with my man, but I think two things. One, exactly what you said, to be more understanding. That was so beautiful. When you asked Grant, did you get me something? And you're like, exactly. So stay for the first segment. You know, he loves you every other day of the year. And two, love yourself. I'm going to go work out and love myself more. And when you love yourself so much, nothing bothers you. And you'll bring in more love to your life.
That's right. That's right. I mean, I try to look for, you know, it's so easy to get distracted in life with the distractions. The Valentine's Day, a birthday, these are distractions of how can I make someone wrong for not doing this like epic big deal for me. And then you set yourself up for disappointments. They're normal games that normal people play. And you constantly have to use discipline in order to rise above and be a bigger person than that, and not be tempted to play these you didn't do this and that, these tit for tat games with each other. They're a setup. It's just life trying to pull you down, trying to make you normal. This is what normal people argue about. When you have your targets so big with your person, look for the ways that they do appreciate you instead of they don't appreciate you. How do they appreciate you? It might not be the way you want. I might want roses and chocolates, which I don't, but let's pretend I did. Let's pretend I was the type of person that wants roses and chocolates. But Grant is never going to do that, because that's not how he shows his appreciation. He shows his appreciation by running through walls for me, by saving me, by protecting our family, by taking care of us, by providing me with a lifestyle. That's how he shows me and gives me all the riches of the world. But if I'm not willing to see how he shows it to me, and I expect him to be me and give it the way I want, you know, you set yourself up for failures. You set yourself up to play these normal little games. So instead, look, just, you know, when I get disappointed by Grant and he doesn't fulfill my expectations, and I'm a woman, it happens. I try to step back. I try to become a bigger person. I try to look at it and go, how does this man rise above the occasion for me and for our family and for everybody in this community? And when I really look at it, I'm like, phew, that's it. That's it. It's gone. It's done. It's like, you know, when you learn to operate at other levels, when you get above the normal games and you can operate in an echelon that's up here, the world becomes magical. And it's only when you really use discipline to rise above this normal, this avid craving for normalness between two little couples that like, when you get up to here, there is a new world. I'm telling you, it is, once you get up here, you never want to come back down to normal, ever. So we're going to take a break right now. Thanks for calling in, and we'll be right back with the G&E Show.
Are you tired of buying ads? How much would 5 times more visitors from search engines like Google or Bing do for your business? Link Research Tools helps you increase that free organic traffic. Dynamics is an independent wealth creation firm. We have products and services that help you make money, keep money, and multiply money. You cannot build wealth without doing all 3 of these things. We save our clients 25% on debt, insurance, taxes, and investment fees, increase income by 30%, guarantee tax-free liquid savings with cash flow banking, and secure 8 to 10% fixed annual returns on your investments without Wall Street. On average, we can do this in the first 90 days of working with you. Simply schedule a free consultation with a wealth coach. Our services often cost you nothing more than what you're already spending. Go to wealthdynamics.com/contact to schedule your free consultation. Are you tired of buying ads? How much would 5 times more visitor from search engines like Google or Bing do for your business? Link Research Tools helps you increase that free organic traffic. We have offerings to get your business to become the dominant force on the internet. The secret of internet traffic is what we give you. We convert that traffic into cash flow for your business. Learn more at linkedresearchtools.com. That's linkresearchtools.com and sign up now. How to invest in real estate like Grant Cardone, but you don't have the cash to invest yet? Reach out to Chris Root and his team where he will show you how to invest in real estate to build cash without credit or much money by learning how to wholesale real estate. We'll show you the right way to build cash so you can invest in multifamily apartments and other real estate investments like Grant Cardone. Reach out to @Chris Root Entrepreneur on Facebook now.
Make it be yours without resentment and create the life that you want. So we're going to take another caller. Natalie said she's got some callers for me. Yep. Who's on the line? Taba?
And he's in New York.
Taba in New York. Do guys ever get disappointed on Valentine's Day? That's an interesting question, actually. Taba, talk to me. Do guys get disappointed on Valentine's Day?
He never celebrated it. So yeah, I don't know. I haven't really ever celebrated. I haven't really had somebody like around that time of year exactly, you know. But my question is kind of related to it, but not really. I'm kind of like in the middle of starting my own car dealer and stuff like that. And like I hustle like super hard ever since I was a kid. I always knew like I had this thing inside of me, and like even when I was in high school, I remember when I first got my license, I probably went through like 2 or 3 cars a month, and everybody in school was like, "Yo, what car is he driving next?" Because my dad had this like little side gig of like going to police auctions, going to car auctions, and would clean them out, and I would be the one responsible for selling them because my dad didn't speak good English and didn't know how to write and stuff like that, but he knew how to buy cars. And I was good with the communication side and stuff like that. So I was always driving the cars, always showing it to customers and stuff like that when I was in high school. And then I went to a local community college where I got a degree in like mechanics, stuff like that, like working on cars. And I have a 2-year experience in working on cars and stuff. But then I realized working at the dealership is not for me, fixing cars and stuff like that. It's not my thing because I like different things every day. I wanna meet a different customer every day. I want to sell a different car every day. I want to see a different person every day. I want the struggle of this car not selling and what kind of pictures I have to take. Maybe if I change the angles. Maybe if I try advertising. Maybe if I try promoting. Like this is like a real struggle about selling cars, and I like being caught up in it and stuff like that. And at the time, I was talking to this one girl who every day, it's kind of funny, I would see her from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. exactly, like every day. And it was kind of like weird for her because I got out of work. I would like usually start work at like 7, and like from 7 to 8, I'd be working on my cars, buying cars, selling cars, making appointments, showing cars off, and sometimes I would get stuck late and stuff like that. And every time I went to go see her, I wanted to pick up exactly where we left off. I don't want you like asking me questions about like this or that. I'm like, and it was like really hard for her, or like for me, like I want to pick up like when we were talking about your dog or whatever. I don't want to pick like, you know, like, oh, how come you didn't text me throughout the day? Well, I can't text you unless it's like an emergency, because like when I'm in my grind like throughout the day, I basically cut everything off, even like my parents sometimes.
Yeah. No, I'm very familiar with the non-texting. So what happened? Are you still with her, or you broke up because she's like, you don't pay me enough attention, or I need more hours other than 8 to 11?
Yeah, we broke up.
Because of that?
No, because it was probably because of that, because her ex, she was so used to seeing him every day. Like, they probably spent, she told me they spent every goddamn day together. I'm sorry, I don't know if I even curse or not. But they spent every day together.
But so what was the question that you had for me, so I can get clear on what?
The question is, like, how do you find a person that when you're in your grind, they know, like, do you meet this person as you're on this path, or like, where is this person? Because for me, I'm by myself pretty much all day, me and my dad. So,
yeah.
Like, I go out like that, but it's like.
I think it's twofold. I think you can be in a relationship with somebody and then do a really good job of selling them on the vision and the purpose and coming up with the same plan. I take a piece of paper and I draw a line down, 2 lines down the middle. So I have my side of my goals, Grant and my goals here, and then his goals here. My goals and his goals, we're doing 2 different things, and that's just going to be our own lives. And whoever is involved with that's the other thing. And then we have this middle column, which is what our goals are together as a couple. We want to reach 7 billion people. We want to give to our church, our charities. We want to help the companies grow. Like, all these different things is what we work on. And we set the bar so high that and we believe in each other and back each other. And we've gotten so much on the same page that there is no time to, I mean, he's the one I trust, and I'm the one he trusts. So there's no time. My job becomes to make it easy for him to go out and create and to fulfill the goals and dreams we have together as a couple. So there's no time for me to text him, what are you doing, this, that, because I'm working on my own things too. I have not only my own goals, but ours. So we're working in tandem together. So if you haven't convinced your partner yet on how to do this, that's your fault. It's a flunk on you for not having the vision, not coming up with goals together as a couple, and not being able to trust one another. Like, you need to figure out how to get those things in order for your relationship to finally grow. I mean, are you worthy of trust? If you're worthy of trust, you should be worthy of trust. If you're not worthy of trust, then you either have to work on it or figure it out. So that's what I would say. I don't know if, like, you can your quality test is like, you meet a girl and then you're like, does she pass every little box? I mean, maybe not, but can she? If y'all grow together and learn and if you have the same sort of visions and goals, and then you kind of collaborate and come together. Grant and I were not always on the same page. The first 5 years of our marriage were extremely difficult. I was trying to figure out how to be a wife. What does that mean? What does it mean to be a woman with a man? What does it mean to be with a successful guy, more successful than me? I was used to being the most successful woman in other relationships, and where the guys weren't as successful. There's a lot to wrap my head around and figure out, who am I and what do I want and what do I need and how do I fit in? So it doesn't just happen overnight. We had patience with each other. We loved each other. We knew we were committed to each other. We had trust. We had the basic elements for a strong foundation and we built up from there. I hope that helps.
Yeah, it does. It definitely does help. I think the difference between you and Grant versus me and I, or this girl and I, is that I'm kind of like already in the process. I'm already like in the grind when she's like kind of getting out of high school, and I'm 20 years old and she was 18 at the time. So like for me, I feel like I was already in, I guess, the system, like, like the system of like getting your life together, and it is coming for me together, and I just moved into like my first office and stuff like that. And for her, it's just still kind of whoa, I'm still out of high school, versus you and Grant, where you guys were both already on that path.
I didn't get married until I was 30, okay, for a reason, because I was not able to cope with that period before then. So I understand. I hope that helps. Let's take the next caller. Thank you so much for calling in. I'm glad I had a guy caller. Oh, no more. Okay, so you know what? How do you handle your disappointments? I hope you don't have a Valentine's disappointment. I hope you can fulfill yourself. You know, I'll tell you one last story because I was talking about in the beginning of our marriage. It was a very big lesson that I learned. I gave up a lot of things I felt like to become in a serious committed relationship with Grant. I used to be a gun competitor, sporting clay. I used to compete. I had a guy squad. We traveled around, we competed. And when I got with Grant, I thought maybe that wasn't so appropriate anymore, even though I never dated any of the guys. I put that on myself. So I gave up this gun world. I gave up a lot of the things that I did independently to go ahead and pursue this marriage and this newlywed phase with Grant. And I was still trying to figure out how to be in a real committed long-term relationship that was not my forte, never had been. And I expected him to do the same. But I realized, you know, in the beginning, I had these ideas that this marriage was supposed to be, he was supposed to just be so blissfully in love with me and want to run home. And we were just supposed to be so madly in love. I told you I'm a romantic, okay? I didn't marry a romantic, I'm the romantic. But I had these ideas of that's what it was supposed to be. But when I came home, he has an identical twin brother who lived 10 houses away, and they love each other. They wanted to play Xbox all the time. What's wrong with that? Nothing, except for it didn't go with what I thought it was supposed to go with, you see? So they were playing Xbox until 10 o'clock at night every night, and I'm like, what am I? Am I a freaking chopped liver here? I'm not used to that. I'm not used to, like, you know, not having that sort of attention when I wanted it. So I went to Grant and I was like, look, you know, I think we should cut the Xbox off at, like, I don't know, 8, you can play all day, but maybe we should cut that off so we can have that time. Only made the situation worse. I went to the brother. I tried to handle the brother. I'm like, can you help me out here, please? This is a sister that is home alone. I don't know what to do with myself. I don't have my life anymore. I need my husband, please. No. Made the matter worse. They did it even long. They played until midnight, like every night. It was like, I swear, I thought they were trying to drive me crazy, like needling me, you know? And I was like, you know what? I'm glad they did that because I had the greatest epiphany about myself in that moment. And I couldn't have learned it any other way. It was like I realized it's not fair to me. It's not fair to Grant for me to expect this man to make me happy. That's not his job. It's not his brother's job. It's my job to fulfill myself and bring my entire life and all of my goods to the table and share in that. I don't just come to the table empty-handed and say, do me, not in that sense, but do me, fulfill me, make me happy. It's your job and you're horrible and why don't you do that? Why aren't you texting me? Why aren't you? It's not fair. It's not fair to them. It wasn't fair to myself. And that's when I was able to, like, really go, wait a minute. If I can't control them, because I tried and it didn't work, I have to fix myself. That's the only way I'm going to survive this marriage. I had to fix myself. I had to go back and go, well, what can I work on with me that's going to make me happy? And once I figured that out, it's like, you know, he can play Xbox. He can do whatever he wants. I know this man loves me. He would die for me. And that's what I hold in my head and in my heart. Not that he gives me a little extra cuddle time or flowers on Valentine's Day. I look at the man. I picked a good man with a good heart who would frickin' move mountains for me. And that's what I hold dear in my heart. So I hope that helps. I've had a great day sharing Valentines with you people, my friends, my family. Thank you so much. Have a great Valentine's Day. Go make yourself happy today.